Hey guys, it's George with Diamondyard Sports Cards. I'm here to do a video for a 250 subscriber response video for Bluejacket66, who has been an awesome person to follow up with and watch all of his videos. I remember seeing, Dave, your videos probably when you first started, and I saw a Tattoo Orbit video of your set, and I could not believe that somebody had all those really rare old Tattoo Orbit cards. And then followed up with your 49 Bowman set, talking about the different backs and trying to collect all those stars. That was amazing to me as a collector of vintage sports cards, because that's pretty much what I collect. I try to collect some modern stuff, but vintage is really kind of where it's at. So keep it up, Dave. You're doing an awesome job, and I look forward to every video that you do and the input that your information that you put out there. It's really, really helpful to everybody in the community. So props to you, and I see that you're zooming way past probably 300 now, 325 or something like that. So that's awesome. So the first question on the contest was, what are your big influences in collecting cards? I would say my mom was a big influence. She used to take me to the store and buy all kinds of cards, and then this is in the early 80s. And then one of my favorite things as a kid was getting a Slurpee. So what I would do is I'd go, and they had these Slurpee coins. Here's a little Walter Payton from 1984. And I would get these Slurpee coins and just be pumped about it. My buddy's dad worked at a 7-Eleven. He was a teacher and supplemented his income by working at the 7-Eleven. So I'd stop in there, hang out, and kind of force him to go through the bottom of the cup where the Slurpee coins were, of all the different Slurpee, the cups, to try to pull the different guys that I wanted. And I was searching for, always searching for my favorite player, Rodney Cline Carew. This is an 84 Slurpee coin of Rodney. But anyway, so that was a lot of fun to do, and my mom used to take me to do that. But my grandfather is really the big influence. He was the one who really got me into baseball and the history of baseball, and would give me all these baseball books. I know Pepino Man did a video about this too, about just reading up about the history of baseball. My father's from Syria, so he was very supportive in everything I've done, but he also was not big into sports. Didn't know much about sports. Knew a little bit about soccer, but not about American sports. And so my grandfather, who was raised in Chicago and was a huge White Sox fan, would come out here every spring for spring training. And so we'd go to visit the Brewers at the Sun Angel Park out here in the early 80s, and they were the Harvey's Wallbangers Brewers back then. And he would take me to get autographs. So I would go and get autographs of different ball players. There's Fingers on an 83 Topps. Molitor, 83 Topps. Very nice guy. This guy was taking batting practice when I got this autograph. Just handed it through the cage to him. And then here's a couple Younts. You know, obviously Yount won, I think, the MVP in 82. And these are both autographed. And got these from him back in 83. So my grandfather would take me out to do all that, and then he gave me, the vintage passion came from, he gave me these old books by Burt Randolph Sugar, the boxing commentator, Hall of Fame baseball cards. And so these were reprint cards, but my friends on my block didn't know that, and so even though it says Dover reprint on the back, I wouldn't trade them to them, but I would show them off to them as if maybe they were real and they were mine or something like that. Obviously, though, after a while, they caught on to my gig and gave me a whole bunch of crap about it. But this is where I first saw all the art of the 41 play ball, the Cracker Jack, the Diamond Stars. These are great books. Really like these books. They're just like the regular cards. But this was the page that really got me on vintage cards. This page, I said to myself, I have to get some of these cards. So I started to collect them, and I've gotten the 57 the Ted, the Clemente, the Jackie, the Koufax. But these are just great books, and these came out, I guess, started coming out in the 70s. And that was really what got me hooked on vintage sports cards. So my grandfather and my mom were probably the biggest influences when it comes to collecting, and I thank them for that. It's a great hobby. The second question was, what do you collect other than sports cards? Well, not too much. I used to collect comic books and some coins here and there, But at this point, I'm really just focusing on trying to add as many Hall of Famers to my collection, and just kind of get the nicest grades that I can. So I wish I had something more interesting to say about that, but I don't really collect anything else. Anyway, Dave, keep it up. I really look forward to your videos. I know everybody in the community does. So congrats to you, Blue Jacket, for getting over 250 subscribers. And who knows, the sky is the limit. Take care. Thank you. Keep collecting.